Hello, Constance Stellis astrologer here. That's Bianca, my little parakeet. Sometimes she's very quiet and sometimes she chimes in. And she's probably interested because she's affected by the moon the same way we are. Maybe not the same way, I don't fly, but she does. Anyway, what I'd like to talk about today is called the void of course moon. When I first heard this term when I was studying, I thought, void, of course, everybody knows this. But I don't. Well, I do now. And what it means is that the moon is not connecting to another planet. It's just hanging out there in space. And it can be sometimes for 10 minutes, it can be for 2 minutes, it can be for days. And when it's for days, we feel it. So if you check in with my Substack newsletter or any astrologer, you'll find out when these periods of the void of course moon fall and what you can do about it. And I'll tell you right now what you can do about it. Cool your jets. Just take a pause. The same way the moon is taking a pause, you want to take a pause. This is not a time to make important appointments. This is not a time to begin a travel journey, to begin anything of importance to you. Now, it's not like the big bad boogeyman, but it is an unfocused time. And we have to work so hard for focus these days that why not help ourselves along with not using the void of course moon to begin projects, journeys, surgeries, doctor's appointments, anything that is important to have a connection with. So you don't want to talk to your best friend about a problem you're having in a void of course moon because it probably will not connect with what he or she is feeling. And the more you pay attention to it, the better you get at pausing, resting, just calming down. There was one man, A.L. Morrison, who wrote an entire book about his experiences with the void of course moon. And he found out that the most important time was the beginning. And the second most time was the length of the void. In fact, he has witnessed and written about days when it was for 3 days was the void of course moon. That doesn't happen usually. But 2 weeks ago, we had quite an onslaught of void of course moons. So if you start to pay attention to this phenomenon, you're ahead of the game. You can say, all right, not much is going to happen today. I'm just going to cool my jets. And then you'll go on with, where is the moon? In what sign is the moon? Because that's another part of the moon's journey. And the more we pay attention to that, the more we'll feel familiar with how the stars move, how they affect us, and how they will continue to affect us. So check out my Substack newsletter. I'm also going into the big bad world of Instagram and YouTube, and I hope to see you again soon.